We all react differently when faced with what we fear the most. You may think you're brave now, but as these YouTubers were quick to find, you'll never know how you'll truly react until you've been put to the test. Number 11. Art Ginter is trucking through a snowy road when he sees two other oncoming vehicles. One of them is clearly in the wrong lane, but there is little that can be done as Art braces himself for impact.
Oh my god. Oh.
What are you doing? No!
Art can only let out a shrill scream of surprise as he cuts right and narrowly avoids the other truck. It doesn't look like any of the three trucks actually touch each other, but you can hear the raw panic in Art's voice as he passes. It appears that the other 18-wheeler was passing a snowplow truck at the wrong time, or at least that's what I see. Let me know if you have another explanation as to why this happened. Apparently, the other driver was charged for his actions. Number 10. Mike Tuttle and his friend Hunter are going to an abandoned trailer in the middle of the woods at 3 a.m. with a Ouija board to do a
Oh. This mother clucker got on Vans. So he's prepared to end his life in the woods. Hold on. In the woods. Dark as hell. Ouija board. Vans. What else? I mean, that's just the
normal experiments. The creepy forest setting has them both nervous before they even begin.
Put your hand on. Let's go. You're sketched out. Got you. Me too. Alright, ready?
Almost immediately, the evil demon known as Zozo makes his presence known by repeatedly spelling out its name. Mike and Hunter quickly try to...
You ever watch something so creepy or like so scary that you think, you know, it's about to happen to you? Like all of this creepy shit that I'm watching, I've been watching like with Ouija boards and all that. I feel like Zozo is just right next to me, like.
Pointer to goodbye, but it switches to no instead. They are frantically trying to figure out how else they can end this session and make the mistake of taking their hands off of the pointer too soon. That's when something happens to Hunter in particular.
What the f?
Leave him.
With me.
Leave him.
Dude, we're in the middle of nowhere. I gotta go get help, dude. Like, what the f?
Hunter eventually wakes up with no recollection of what just happened.
I would have. See, because I'm stuttering. That's how you know I'm like really creeped out. But yeah, I would have gotten help. I would have gotten plenty of help. With my Adidas, of course. You know? Just saying. It's the best shoes, hands down. It's the best shoes to haul ass in. It's the best shoes to get out of a clucked up situation. I'm stuttering a lot. Oh my God. But yeah, Adidas is the best shoes, hands down, to get you out of any clucked up situation. So yeah, I would have gotten help from my Adidas and never looked back. Not even once. I would have just kept looking forward. I would have even looked over there. I never would have looked back. Nope. Nah. It's your fault for bringing me into this. You brought me by force. Something happened to you. Hey, that's on you. Sorry.
Thinks he just got here, so Mike shows him the Ouija board and the video to convince him otherwise. It's unclear whether Hunter was possessed or if he just passed out from fear, but both of their reactions seem real, so I doubt this is fake. Let me know if you think this was a prank or if something really happened to them that night at 3 a.m. Number 9.
Prank my ass.
The Art Man channel is full of various lighthearted adventures taken from all around the country, but there's one video from his stay in Carpinteria, California that's way different from the rest. Art is wading in the water when he sees the last thing any surfer wants to see.
Did I see that? Was that a shark?
Fin barely poking above the surface.
Nothing. Nothing.
What the That's creepy.
Art watches in stunned silence as a sizable great white shark swims by the
You got me. Clucked up. Yeah, I remember that scene in The Incredibles when Dash was like he was, well, Elastigirl, she was like the boat or whatever, and Violet was in there holding Jack, I think, and Dash was like the motor, and he used his feet to, like, get them the hell out of there, right? Or get them to where they needed to be in a hot second. Yo, I'm running like that. I'm moving my feet in the water as fast as Dash, if not faster. You got me clucked up if you think. Oh, and best believe, after seeing that, just a tip, pause, right? But after seeing the tip, like, of the fin or whatever you call that thing on top of a shark or a like, I don't care if it's a dolphin. I don't care. That's enough for me to only see the tip. Pause again. That's enough for me never to get into the ocean ever again. And you lucky if I get into a pool again. Just saying. Seeing the tip of a shark, I'm never getting back in the ocean. You got me clucked up.
Of his boat, less than 10 feet away. It's not full grown, but it's still large enough to make a meal out of one of his arms or legs if it so desires. Fortunately, the shark moves on without much hesitation, and Art makes a beeline to the shore. If this is a different kind of shark other than a great white, please let me know. That's what it says in the video's description and title, but I honestly can't tell for sure.
What
Number
the hell?
8. YouTuber Carnage is celebrating his channel reaching 100,000 subscribers by exploring an abandoned location. He just...
Come on, yo. I just clapped for you. I just clapped for you. And then you hit me with the... I'm going to celebrate my 100,000 subscribers by going to an abandoned place. You get your clap back. Let's rewind that, please.
Skip.
Thank you. Thank you. I take back every clap. Everything. You get no claps from me. You get nothing from me. Except that you get this. Come on. You know, and I'm kind of, I'm real close to hitting like 400,000 subscribers, right? No matter what number of subscribers I hit, yo, I'm not going. Am I red? Do I look red? Maybe that's the camera. I don't know. It's my eczema acting up. Nothing to worry about. I'm okay. But yeah, if I ever, like no matter what number of subscribers I hit, I'm not going to no abandoned place. I'm not, going to no woods, no forest. I'm not playing no Ouija boards. I'm not doing nothing that puts my life in danger, at risk. And if I do, you best believe I'm having the Adidas 3000s on. That's all I'm saying. But I'm a pretty chill guy, so I probably won't even do anything that big. I don't know. We'll play by ear on this.
It's on the abandoned Motspur Park gas towers in London, England. The place is difficult to access, so he gets some help from a local group who are familiar with the area. They warn him about a person who hangs out at the towers who goes by the gas man, but Carnage seems to disregard the group's warning. They guide him through the gas towers and up to the very top. He's clearly nervous with how high up they are, so they decide to head back down and continue.
That's like you. He told you about the guy. He told you about the guy that be lurking around that abandoned place that you're at. He told you about it, and you still wanted to go forth. You still wanted to go forward. Right? That was kind of ugly. I made an ugly ass face. But yeah, man. So that, that's like, that's like you having an F in class, right? And you decide to cheat off somebody else, but everybody in a class knows that dude over there, Adam, if you go cheat off of him, you're guaranteed to do a whole lot worse than what you're doing right now. He fails everything. Adam, he failed. So if you cheat off of him, you can go lower than an F. What's that? A, B, C, D, E, F. You're gonna have a G. I really did. Wow. I really don't know my alphabets. I really said the alphabet in order. Like, I don't know what's after G. I mean, after F. Maybe I should go back to school.
Exploring the area, Carnage can't shake the feeling that someone is watching them. They find thick red liquid on some of the handlebars, and it makes him even more paranoid. They hear noises coming from a shed and decide to check it out. That's where they encounter
Oh my God!
someone wearing a gas mask. Terrified, the group runs away without looking back. It's unclear if this man was just pranking the group, or if he was upset they were trespassing on his stomping grounds. No further information on the incident could be found.
Whoa.
Number 7. Guava Juice and his friends all sign up for skydiving lessons.
Guava!
To his credit, he does manage to keep his cool for most of the video. You can still tell at times that his anxiety is getting the better of him. Like these two instances, for example.
Please relieve my stress. I'm very nervous. Okay, first we gotta sign this just in case we don't die or something.
When the big moment finally arrives, Guava Juice is so overwhelmed with fear that he passes out about 7 seconds into his drop. Watch his head go limp here and then quickly snap back to attention.
Oh, shit.
And this is when he passes out a second time. Each time he wakes up looking confused, disoriented, and terrified. I can only imagine how horrifying it must be to completely lose consciousness like
that. Wow, that's crazy. I've never been skydiving, and I don't know if I ever would. But For the people that has been skydiving, what is it like? You know, like, is it like a feeling you have never felt before? Is it? I don't know. You're falling, so it's like I don't know. And I'm talking about like real skydiving, not no like you're in a building, and you're fake falling. I'm talking about you're in a real sky and you're falling. That's what I mean. What is that like? Cause I have a feeling that you practice skydiving and versus you doing it for real, like in real life. I feel like those are two totally different feelings. Those are two totally different like I just feel like it's like really different. So I don't know. Like I don't know if I want to go skydiving now. Like I don't want to pass out a couple of times, and each time I'm surprised. Like, oh, wow, that's wow. Oh, and trust and believe me, right? If I do decide to do skydiving, like for real, I'm gonna have my Adidas, of course, but it's gonna be the Adidas 10,000s. Those are the ones that come with the parachutes, just in case the mother clucker that's attached to your back, pause. If he decides he want to play games, he decides, he want to fake like his parachute don't work. Hey, bitch, get off me and let me use my Adidas 10,000s that come ready with the bullshit. That come ready with the parachutes, Adidas parachutes. Just saying. But I really don't know if I should. I really don't know if I should go parachute. Oh, anybody tell me your experience? The ones that have done it for real, in real life, not no fake shit.
Yes, only to wake up still plummeting thousands of feet towards the ground. He's all right at the end and barely seems to remember passing out until he looked at the video later. I guess it was just all one big blur at the time. Either way, if Guava Juice didn't have the instructor behind him to pull the parachute cord, he very well may have been a goner. Number 6. A YouTuber named Bradley, not Bradley, is scheduled for a medical procedure on his nose.
Bradley, not
Bradley. The doctor needs to run some tests first, so he heads to the hospital for a pre-examination. Overall, he is in a fairly cheerful mood, and you can tell that he is not expecting for this routine visit to become one of the most terrifying days of his life. The nurse sticks a needle in his arm and the syringe turns bright red. Everything seems to go fine at first, but after the extraction is over, he suddenly feels faint.
The worst that happens is you just go to sleep for a second. It's fine.
I'm scared.
You're fine. I'm right here.
The entire ordeal only lasts a few minutes total, but I'm sure it feels a lot longer to Bradley, who needs to be repeatedly calmed down by his friend as he tries not to pass out. He regains his composure and reluctantly sits up, speaking slowly and still looking dazed. If you happen to have a fear of needles, then I'd be interested in knowing if your reaction is similar or different than what Bradley does here. Number 5. Josh is afraid of heights and his family is giving him a hard time about it. They bet him...
You dicks. That's all I'm saying about this. You dicks. Yeah, I just having a good old time. While your mans is over there talking about some... Obviously, he can't mother cluck and breathe. Breathe. Believer. You dicks.
The money that he won't be able to stay on the ledge of a watchtower for long. He takes the bet, and this is his immediate reaction.
Oh my god. Can't be so lucky now. No. You gotta be out for 1 whole minute.
Josh's family ups the ante to $10 if he can make it all the way around the walkway. Pale and shaky, he inches his way across the platform, timidly clinging to the wall at times to keep from falling over. At one point, it looks like he isn't going to make it much longer.
Escape out here. Okay, I'm ready to turn around. No. I can't do it. There's people in the way. I can't stand up here for this long.
But he summons all of his strength and eventually makes it full circumference. If you have a fear of heights, then let me know if you would be willing to walk around this tower for $10 like Josh just did, or if it would take way more to make you budge. Number 4. Baird Strudwick and his friends are just goofing around at a local trampoline park when they decide it would be funny to cover him in bubble wrap and do some stunts. None of them, not even Baird, expected this gag would almost cost him his life. The green bubble wrap suit definitely looks amusing, but after a while, Baird gets overheated and goes down. They quickly rip the suit off, and Baird says he's feeling okay at first. A little bit later, it becomes obvious that what he's actually feeling is the early onset of heat stroke. Now all of his friends gather around him and try to think of a reasonable plan as Baird sits on a chair with his head hanging low.
No, I didn't feel. I was gonna say you could get like a wet towel, like
That's
so
what,
you
yeah,
hang it out.
take a towel and just hang it out.
That's all. If you guys have like a hand towel, you just like.
About 40 tense minutes pass before Baird finally recovers enough
40?
to film an outro for the video.
Damn.
He is still drenched in sweat and looks woozy, but I'm really glad nothing permanent happened. I will admit that I didn't think anything serious would come from this idea, and the sudden turn of events took me by surprise. Hopefully this video will help us all think twice before attempting anything similar. Number 3.
I can't open my eye. It's pasted shut.
Nikocado Avocado has a serious problem affecting his right eye. For days, this eye has been bothering him. The eyelid itself has progressively become more swollen and crusted over, until finally he can no longer open it to see. Nikocado decides to make a video to express the extreme fear and despair he is feeling at the moment.
I don't know what to do. Well,
Go to the
it's
doctor.
hard. It's really, really hard because the average person watching this here, just like, it seems obvious, go to the doctor. For me, it's...
The only problem is he is too scared of the hospital to admit himself into one in time. Sadly, by the time he gets enough courage to go to the doctor, they have to take extreme measures to save his health. According to an update in the description, he lost his eye to an infection and had to have it removed. Truly a sad and scary situation all around. Number 2.
I'm not emotional. I'm not gonna get emotional. But all I'm saying is, sometimes you just, God damn it. I'm not gonna get emotional. Fuck. And I don't mean like to sound like disrespectful or rude or insulting or anything. But like, sometimes, man, sometimes you gotta face your fears head on, man. Especially if it means, you know, like, you risking something. If it means, you know, you may lose something or someone. You gotta face your fears, yo. Like, y'all know I'm emotional, so, you know, don't get at me. But, man. You know, I'm a sensitive ass motherfucker. And I understand for some people, it's hard as shit to face your fears. I understand that. You know, like one of my fears is I don't know, being woken up with bugs all over me, covered, specifically roaches. That's one of my biggest. I know there's people out there. You probably just giggled. You probably just laughed. And there's probably people out there that love bugs. You know, but for me, I can't do roaches. I can't do roaches. They scared the shit out of me. And it's that's one of my fears. You know, and for the longest, I used to be scared of the dark. Until one day, I decided, you know, I did a couple of things to ease my way into the darkness. Like, when I was younger, I used to keep my light on in my room. And then, you know, I used to keep the hallway light on. And then the bathroom light. And then I used to have a night light. You know. Then I used to, you know, use candles as a form of light. You know, I did big things to try to ease my way into the darkness. So those big things became into little smaller things. And each time I did, you know, I got better and better. I'm not scared of the dark anymore. But it's you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. You shouldn't have lost it. You shouldn't have lost your eye. And I know that there are people out there that no matter how hard they try, no matter how much power or strength that they think they have, they're never going to get over their fear. But it's you never know until you try. Really try. And you have to keep trying. And and just keep doing it until you're not scared anymore. You know, I can just walk into the dark with ease right now if I wanted to. Obviously, I'm going to have my Adidas on, but that's it. You know, I'm just saying. But that, oh my God. And you know, my sister, she's 6, and she's scared of the dark. You know, and I'm trying to tell her, it's okay. It's, you know, it's okay. It's okay. And to y'all, anybody that anybody that has fears out there, it's okay. Everybody has fears. Everybody. So sometimes you just gotta face it head on. Okay.
Ryan Keelan and his friend Nick are checking out the Boca Raton Cemetery in search of 2 ghosts. One
Why?
is named Mary, and the other is only known as the Screaming Man. These 2 spirits are supposed to reside in the far western part of the graveyard, where terrifying shrieks can sometimes be heard according to local reports. Ryan and his friend hope to spend a full night in the cemetery.
What the hell?
They get to the western part around sundown and start to experience signs of the paranormal almost instantly.
This light's flickering.
Yeah.
See?
And almost instantly, I hauled ass.
Soon it becomes apparent that the lights are clearly turning off in front of them wherever they go, one light at a time.
Oh, I wish.
Nah.
They are sure that Mary is trying to lead them somewhere, so they reluctantly follow, using the lights as their guide. The lights continue to go out one by one until they stop at a place where they can feel her presence. Look at this part and let me know if you can see the dark silhouette of Mary's ghost on the wall.
Oh.
Oh,
A short while later, they both see something off camera and bolt. I think there's a good chance that their terror is real because, as you can see here, Nick is so scared that he doesn't even notice his phone fall out of his pocket. Ryan returns later with a second friend, Jesse, and they find themselves once again getting led by the lights.
see, this is the light that was flickering last time. Yep, there it is again. Oh boy.
This time, Ryan decides that this is too unnerving and opts not to follow. Who knows? Mary and the screaming man could have been waiting for them right around the corner. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I recently released a small mixtape and I'd love to know what you think of it. Tap the circle icon in the top right corner, then tap my mixtape to give it a listen. It's also linked in the description below. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new video I upload every Thursday. Number 1. A biker who goes by the name Super Vulgarian records the surprise of a lifetime while riding along the right-hand side of a fast-moving highway.
Oh! Oh yeah, he saw you.
A sheriff steps out of the vehicle, and they have an intense conversation about the near miss. They aren't really mad at each other, just frightened and talking loudly because of the adrenaline rush.
It scared me more than it scared you.
Technically, Super Vulgarian broke no traffic laws, and if something had happened, it would actually have been the fault of the sheriff. They confirm that everyone is okay and part ways. Let me know if you think anyone should have been reprimanded, or if you think the situation was handled appropriately. YouTubers can have huge audiences, and with that comes the possibility of encountering people who like them just a little too much. Whatever the case may be, I'm sure these YouTubers wish they never crossed paths with these creepy individuals.
I'm gonna try to keep my commentary short, and I'm just going to only focus on one thing. And that's the fears, man. Like, fears are so real. And they have always been real. It's like I want to say something very uplifting about a fear, but I can't really think of nothing, like, at the moment. But, like, look. Everybody has fears. You're not alone. Everybody deals with their fears differently. So with that being said, you know, if you really want to get over your fear, if you really want to accomplish, you know, getting over your fear, then just do it. And if you want people to support you, then do that, and make sure that you have people supporting you. Make sure you have loved ones. I don't know why I'm so emotional right now. Well, I mean, I do, but then, like, I don't know why I'm still emotional. But, yeah. You know, I fear can come in all shapes, sizes, and you know, in forms. Like, you know, one of your fears can be as small as, like, you know, your hair. You know, like, if your hair isn't, you know, a certain way, or if it's not, you know, all like all in one, if it's not all together, you know, a small, like, a fear could be like something small, like, you know, one of your, I don't know, like, you were clipping your fingernails and one is shorter than the other. I don't, or something, a big, you know, something big, like a big fear could be like, you know, every time, and I feel like this is real, but I have never met this person. I've never met a person like this. But a big fear could be like, you know, with all of these shootings and stuff going on and these crazy people outside, it's like a big fear can be you don't want to step foot, you don't want to ever go outside ever, even if it's just to check the mailbox. You know, like the reason you don't want to go outside is because you're afraid that you might get shot. You're afraid that somebody may come beat you up. You know, you're afraid that somebody may do something to you. That's the reason you don't want to ever go back outside. Look, I encourage you to face your fears head on. And if you want people, you know, to support you, then I'm here to support you. 'Cause I had a fear. You know, I still got fears. And if you want to do it, you know, yourself. You don't want to feel pressured. You don't want to feel, you know, rushed. Then do it yourself. Just make sure you do it if you want to do it. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say about that. God damn it, he did not have to lose his eye. You know, when I watch these videos, when I watch these creepy, scary videos, horror videos, whatever, I don't really know if I'm going to get emotional or not. So it's like, you know, with each video I react to, it's pretty much doing it by ear. You know, it's my initial reaction. So it's like, you know, nothing's planned. Nothing. Whatever happens. And so, yeah. But then again, I'm also a sensitive person, so it is what it is. Okay. If you want, comment below one of your fears that you have. If you want, you know, if you wanna, you know, hit me up on Snapchat and tell me your fears there, then you know, we can talk about it. But yeah, then I wasn't expecting to get emotional. Sorry. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy.